So it looks like the monkey is out of the bottle at this time. You guys, this is all over Twitter and other social media sites that players in general and or, YouTubers like myself are talking about the leak that the fact that FiveM is coming to console this October, you guys. So that means that right now Rockstar is working with the team at FiveM, and FiveM is making servers, actual servers that we're going to be connecting to this October. So we are getting a bunch of content, which like always raised eyebrows, you know what I'm saying? Because like, hey, we just recently got our last drip feed car, which was that Mercedes-Benz vehicle that just came into the game. After that, we're not getting like any more brand new vehicles potentially until Christmas DLC, which will hopefully be our North Yankton DLC. So this is one way that they are definitely probably going to keep GTA 5 alive here on console, is by making these servers, which FiveM is probably going to monitor and do the stuff. Now, if you guys have never played RP, it's where most of the community is right now anyways. Most of the community is on PC, and they're doing RP servers to where, there's a whole bunch of mods and things that, map expansions that you've never got to experience, but potentially it looks like we're going to be able to experiencing that here this October. Now, this does raise a lot of questions. Now, something my friend asked me already is like, well, how many players do you think are going to be able to go into like one of those servers? Because right now, currently, we're on peer-to-peer, and on peer-to-peer, that means like, let's just say I host a car meet. Everybody that joins that car meet is literally just joining off of my PlayStation. Like, that's how it works. Like, Rockstar, like, necessarily like GTA itself doesn't have like servers that you connect to. No, we're still on peer-to-peer gaming, which is one of the main reasons that it's not cross-console. So are these FiveM servers that we're going to be connecting to, are they going to be able to be cross-console to where Xbox players are going to be able to play with, PlayStation players? And here's the big question too, are PC players going to be able to connect to the actual servers of FiveM, or is it just going to be specifically for FiveM? And then bringing it back to the question of how many people are you going to be able to have into a server. So right now, we can currently have 32 people in a session on console for Xbox and for PlayStation, like I believe old gen and new gen. Now, there's 30 players, and the extra 2 players that can join are only going to be able to spectate other players. They're not actually going to be able to be in the game itself, like those 2 extra people that are potentially like in a queue waiting to get into that session itself that has like a maximum of 30 people, which is garbage in my mind when you compare it to the FiveM servers, which I think the biggest server that I've ever gone into could have 1,000 people. 1,000 people in one session, which is, if you've seen any of my FiveM, videos here on my channel, you would notice that like sometimes the map doesn't spawn in. Yeah, that's probably because there's like 450 people that are like actually playing on the map at the same time. There's people everywhere, and you're like, what about the Mark II oppressors? They don't have Mark II oppressors over there because they don't like people flying around griefing everybody. It's an RP server where you're supposed to like actually be role-playing a character with a background, with a meaning of, actually doing something. Maybe you're a street sweeper. Maybe you're a garbage man. You can do like all of these things on FiveM. Maybe you want to be a real life taxi driver and drive like real players around. Hell, maybe you want to be an assassin and have people hire you to go kill like other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are all the little things that you can do on FiveM. Now, we do have all of our cop vehicles, and the last thing that I believe that they are bringing in, well, not the last thing, but one of the things that we do know that we're getting is a bunch of cop outfits, which is going to fit right in there with the FiveM on console, because guess what, folks? On FiveM, like, the cops, there's no, like, NPC cops. Not that I've ever seen. I've never seen an NPC cop on any of the FiveM servers that I've ever played. Now, here's what I have seen. Real life players as cops that are like moderating the server, that you have to go through like special training to become a cop, and you can't like abuse your powers, otherwise, you know what I'm saying, you lose your ability. So it's like kind of like a hierarchy of, going from criminal to actually a police officer or whatever. Maybe you want to be an ambulance driver, because I know like when you like die on FiveM, you just kind of bleed out in the street for about 5 minutes, and you can like request for someone to come help you, but that's even if somebody's near you that's like an EMT and they want to come like basically serve I don't know, get you back alive basically at that point. And or, you know, somebody could take you to the hospital and get you back that way. I'm just trying to like explain a little bit like what FiveM is. So that's one of the concerning things too, is like if it's only going to allow you to have 30 players, I think that's going to be pretty lame. Yeah, and then are people even gonna be acting accordingly? Okay, yes, you know, griefing does happen all the time necessarily, but like 30 people, you know, that's a really small target of people to be like, you know, who do I go after? I go after these 2 people, like, and then who else do I fight? You know what I'm saying? When everyone else is like across the map. So we'll just have to see what is going to entitle this release of FiveM to, I believe it's only gonna be new gen console. I don't know if old gen is gonna be able to connect to it, and if it is, I don't know, because these are gonna be like specially made servers that FiveM is making like right now with Rockstar, telling them like, hey, can you guys do this, and this, and then there's gonna be like specific servers. Now here's another thing too that you can do like on FiveM, is you can like rent your own personal server to where you are the admin, you're the one in control of everything, and you know, you have admin powers, and there's like moderators too, to where moderators help out and just like, you know, get rid of people that are doing things that potentially they're not supposed to be doing, you know what I'm saying, like toxic people, like super racist people and other things like that. People that go around and just grief people, which is like basically the status of Grand Theft Auto Online today. So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting this October. FiveM coming to console. The information has been leaked and it has been confirmed at this time. It just raises a lot more questions, I think, than answers in an opinion. And it's gonna be like completely separate with like GTA Online, kind of like how it is with like on PC now. So I don't know. But you guys are gonna have to let me know down in the comment sections below. Like, please tell me, like, what do you think this world is gonna be like on console with like FiveM, and is RP something that you're willing to try, you know, like going out there? Because I can honestly tell you, I had a negative perspective on it until I actually went in there and I had the time of my life, running into all the crazy characters that are actually acting out like real life characters, like the police are like actually being police, and all this other crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, you actually immerse yourself in the game a lot more instead of just flying around on your Mark II oppressor blowing people up. And like, dude, that gets so boring, dude. Seriously. So maybe this is gonna be a saving point for like console players, because everybody can agree right now, I think, through multiple live streams of me just asking people, like, the game is 11 years old and it's boring. So what way to make it better for console is bringing FiveM over to console, which honestly, personally, I think it's a good idea. We'll just have to see exactly what is implemented and how it's going to be implemented for the, you know, the console. So from there, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe for new content, turn on post notice, and thank you all for watching. Please leave that comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. So peace!